Tantra is all about an insistence for getting to the truths. Traditionally, it's not about so much just about I'm on the path of gathering more awareness. It's I want the big answers. I want to go all the way to them. I want to, find out what is the truth of love. What really is that? I mean, on the level of where we talk about love as the energy that holds the sun and the stars in their places. That was Dante. Yeah, that's kind of love.
I think monogamy has been quite a core part of my journey in terms of my learning and opening my awareness. Because monogamy has been such a structure in my culture in terms of what love is. So if someone truly loves me, it means they will love only me. They will give that devotion and love only to me, and I'll give my love and devotion only to them. And we enclose that. So there's a very typical cultural idea of love. And I think for much of my life, I believe that to be true. So if someone really loves me, they're not going to be sexual with another person. That energy is exclusive. So part of my quest with Tantra has been wanting to know what the truth is about love. And I'm going, okay, I want to know the truth of love, which means perhaps I don't know what the truth is. Perhaps what I've been living isn't true. And what I have been living is this insistence on monogamy. And then the resultant suffering and sadness when maybe that's not met. So I've had this insistence, this is what love is. So I'm going, but I think I'm still missing it. I don't know if I know the truth of love. And so how do I start to question that and to look at it deeper? So I've got this core belief around love. Core. So I had to look at that and go, okay, perhaps the only way to find out if monogamy is true or not, to love, is to do the opposite of it. Okay, so to live to say, okay, I'm going to consciously practice non-monogamy now. And in doing the opposite, you test the belief of the monogamy. And once I entered into this, what happened was, well, firstly, it was with different partners, and maybe it touched me a bit, it pushed some of my stuff, but it didn't go to the core of what's holding that monogamy for me. So when I found a lover that we really connected deeply, and then we decided, okay, we're going to do this. Then I found stuff coming up that needed to be looked at. Shadow, you can call it. Rage, fury, deep pain. And I had to really look deeply into what was coming up and see what is the source of the sadness, because the partner has affection with another woman, or is it something within me that I need to look at and bring truth to? And what I found out was that it was inside of me. That the fear of losing love, the fear of losing the beloved to another was a deep part of this pain, and it wasn't actually true. My work with jealousy on my personal journey has probably been some of the most revealing work I've ever done, and I certainly think the most difficult. And I've had very difficult, and this has been the most difficult. And what I found with jealousy, my method with it, has been to really stay with whatever feelings are coming up, and they vary from moment to moment, and what thoughts are churning, what's being said. Because these give me clues into what's called satori, and I've had plenty of satori with jealousy, illumination, a deeper understanding into this existence. So I'm just trying to think of one moment I can share. And not so long ago, my lover had an interest in another woman, and a woman quite close to me who was visiting this home. And I had this feeling, I felt quite young, and I had this feeling of being forced. Like they forcing me to let them have their thing. I wasn't into it, I wasn't enjoying it, I was getting upset about it, and now they're forcing me. And eventually I turned to my lover and I said to him, stop forcing me. And letting those words out, I tracked it down to when I was very little, and my father had engaged with his second wife. He'd remarried, was about to get remarried, and he would insist on my behavior with this other woman. And I could only be in his company if I behaved in a certain way, and if I kissed her. He kind of forced me. He did. He literally forced me to kiss her. I didn't want to kiss her. I didn't like her. She was the enemy, and I was forced to kiss this woman. And for many years I did kiss her, and I did engage with her. And in this moment that I had with my lover, when I said, don't force me, and I said it very little, like, don't force me. And he was like, oh, it's okay, you don't. And I allowed that to be said. After 30 years, I allowed the little one to say, don't force me. It was said. She finally got to say what she wanted to say. And then the feeling dropped out of me. Maybe not the complete jealousy, but that aspect of it, that heat of it, just dropped from me. And that was through me really feeling the feeling and hearing the thoughts, and even then saying them aloud. And the feeling of that context of jealousy fell away. And that's been my journey with jealousy. It takes me back to some old moment where I wasn't total in that moment. I denied something of myself, or I denied some truth. And if I trust the jealousy to guide me back to that original moment, that can then be completed, and then it's done. And then the mind becomes quiet. So it's been invaluable to me. But I cannot say how difficult it's been, and how painful it was for me in the time that I was trying to move through it. I can't explain how deep that went, because on this journey of Tantra, one opens more and more and feels more and more. So the jealousy I've experienced, the deeper I've gone into Tantra, has been far bigger than what it was maybe 10 years ago. Even though I experienced big jealousy then, big sadness, but it's more now because I feel more now. So, yeah.